really, like domestic level wise, I'm probably the man at these weights at the moment, performance wise.
You've got the profile as well.
Yeah, maybe Paddy Barnes obviously got he's got the big backing, and the reason why is he's getting sort of the sort of bottleneck backing as well is because he hasn't got long to go. Do you know what I mean? He's at the end now anyway, so.
How old is he? 29 or 30?
No, he's like
30. He was amateur for a long time, wasn't he? I think he
like
turned
40.
over at like
30,
he turned over when he was like 30.
Yeah, so
which is
obviously
A bit like Joe Joyce.
he's sort of like funneled into where they can sort of take him, and because of that, you know, what I mean, he doesn't want no part of me. He knows that I'd do the same thing to him that I did to Farrakh, and probably much worse, to be honest. Probably much worse, because Paddy Barnes, he's so unconditioned. Like, he's gassed out in every fight I've seen him as a pro. He's fucked by the 4th, 5th round. When Rosales ironed him out, he was blowing, and then he's so like deluded because everyone can see. Look, he was running on empty by the 4th round.
Yeah.
Even when the only sort of good performance he had, and even then the performance wasn't great. When he stopped the Nicaraguan toilet cleaner for with a body shot. No, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. No, let me take that one back. But
you can't take that back now.
Okay.
That's out there.
It's out there. It's live.
all I'm saying is that kid that he did with the body shot, he couldn't move around the ring without sort of clumsy knocking his feet and half falling over. And even then, if you look in the 5th and 6th round, like Paddy looked red, he looked like flustered, and yeah, he got him out with that body shot. That was a decent little combination.
But you or Charlie were messaging me that night. I think you were messaging me, weren't you, Sonny? That
Yeah,
night
I was.
Fight. We're on when we watched the fight, weren't it?
Yeah, I was watching it with one of my mates in a bar and thing, and that was a Rosales one. But yeah, so performance wise, yeah, he's so far off the mark. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, he's got the platform. It should be the easiest fight in the world to make. They tried to make it for the Frampton Nair card, which was like something of April, so maybe the 40th of April.
Yeah, because that was in Belfast, wasn't it? That was.
And because obviously, I'd go to Belfast. You know what I mean? I've already fought there once. You know what I mean? I'd go to Belfast. I wouldn't think twice of it. You know what I mean? I'd wear a St George's cross walking into the ring. Do you know what I mean?
Good man.
Play Jerusalem.
I like that.
Play Jerusalem as my ring walk. Do you know what I mean? But that's obviously the fight that, you know what I mean. Profile wise, would do the best, but I don't need Paddy Barnes. You know what I mean? I've got two better wins on my record than he has. He's got no proper wins on his record. He for me didn't beat that Silvio, who was like something like 16 wins, 10 losses.
In the 4th round.
Something like that. But he did. For me, he didn't beat him. For a lot of people, he didn't beat him. It was a majority decision. No,
You're in front of him. To start with, though, he's a good fighter. He's earned his position where he were. We've been an Olympian. And you're above you, but I think now you've surpassed him. Now you're past
he's had a
him
very
now,
good
right,
amateur career, but like I said,
Yeah.
he turned over very late, especially for that weight. I mean, for someone like George Joyce, who's a heavyweight, you got a lot more years in you.
Which
haven't you?
he
Do you know what
were
I mean?
above. Obviously, he were above Sonny, and when he was saying, "Yeah, I'm above that,"
At the time,
on
he was.
recognition, he were.
Yeah.
You've
You get
got
that
to
with
give
the
him that.
Olympic
You've got to
pedigree,
give him
doesn't
that. But now, we always boxed, and what he's been doing now,
The way
he's
Sonny's
way
coming up.
way ahead
You know,
now.
it is as well. It's lifestyle. Like, you can tell in between camp, Paddy Barnes is not a boxer. He just boxes. He just gets an 8-week camp and thinks he's a professional athlete. You've got to live the life, and that's why he's at this age and he ain't performing how he did when he was 20 and 23.
He's way past it. You know what I mean? He's miles. I think he's beating him for me. It's like a shadow of his former self. Do you know what I mean? He was good in 2008, 2012. That's when he was a handy fighter, but his style has always been sort of, you know, there's like rock and sock and robots that just keep hitting until the head flies up.
Yeah.
Just stand there, meet you in the middle.
It's that amateur
I'll
sort
just
of.
keep hitting you, keep hitting me, like, and he wouldn't be able to do that with me. He knows that. He'd be in deep water and he'd drown. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't get. He would get very little success because he's so slow-footed and he's an angry little man who would get frustrated. Do you know what I mean?
Angry little man.
Well,
Little leprechaun.
You just look at all the
It's not
interviews.
racist, by the way. It's not racist.
He calls himself. That's a
He calls
nickname,
himself
isn't it?
Oh, does he?
He's called the leprechaun. So when I said the leprechaun, everyone was like, "Right, that's racist." I was like, "Well, what called his nickname? Fucking hell, sorry." You know. But yeah, like that's a funny one because, like I said, I don't think he'll ever fight me, really.
Might cash out on you.
Maybe, but
I was going to say he might be the sacrificial lamb.
well,
Like
I think
for the last fight of his career.
Do you know what I think from like our management and not even our management, sorry, our promotional side of things. I think that's what kind of was, isn't it? Because when they wanted to put me up against him, this was before the Rosales fight. it was either elevate my career massively on the back of the investment they've already put into him, or him get a proper win and then set up for a title. Instead, because I sort of called him out and made it so public, and it sort of, do you know what I mean, quite a few media things picked up on it, and there was interviews back and forth, and all of these things. He stayed out the ring for a prolonged period of time. From when I won my European title in November, he didn't fight until that August card when he got beat by Rosales, because then it got to the point, well, if he's gonna fight, he has to fight someone better than me, or at least on the same thing. 'Cause otherwise, it's like, why would you fight him then if you think you'd give him a pace? Then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I always said, if he gets a world title fight or a proper fight, then, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't offer you nothing. So, like, and I always said that. You can look back at the first interview. I always said that. But now he's lost. Him saying, I want more written. You got ironed out in the 4th round, right, by Rosales. Charlie's just gone and comfortably.
And he was laughing. He was saying I was going to get done by him, and then he soon changed his tune.
Well, but convincingly enough,
I'd love the opportunity. Get past my brother first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which you're not going to. So.
But convincingly enough, do you know what I mean? Charlie beat Rosales. So what? So Paddy Barnes is just going to stay there fighting for good money for world titles for the rest of his career? No, you can't get ironed out and then bang straight up, because it weren't even like. Paddy Barnes was doing a hell of a lot just to be in the fight, and Rosales weren't. He was just walking forward. Like he weren't ever in no trouble.
He wanted him, didn't he?
And yeah, so Paddy Barnes was never going to win that, as much as he probably was like to spin it in the back of his head. But I've said this in every interview, and I'm making a point of saying it. I would be disgusted if Paddy Barnes just walked into another world title. Disgusted at the way boxing's set up. In some ways, disgusted at our mutual. We've got the same management team. We've got the same promoting team. Why does he get an opportunity? He had his Olympic background chance, and that flopped. So
only so far that title can get
one.
And
ideally, I'd like him to try and earn one coming against me. Do you know what I mean? Because that would allow my bank account nice, and obviously I'd step on through it. But if not, fight someone like Paddy. Just fight someone. Do you know what I mean? Like no terrible fighter who can't really box from South America just because you know, like, he's got like a half decent record and it was decent. Like, he was saying that he didn't actually fight the night Charlie fought, did he? He didn't get in the ring. But he was saying how he wants like a tough Mexican fighter in March or April. Well, Granados is there. I'm sure they've still got his number. Do you know what I mean? And I would. Do you know what? If that fight got made, I would lay heavy dough on Granados to punch him up, absolutely batter him. Do you know why? Because